everyone, welcome back to my channel. Donna here, and we're going to get started on a little project today, but I'm afraid I cheated a little bit. I told you I was going to be doing something brand new, and I'd be doing it with you for the first time, but I lied. I did one already, and I'll show you what it is. I had seen on Pinterest these floating teacups, and you know, if you're a crafter and you see a craft, you have to try it out, because why not? So we have this place in my town called a cultural center, and it is a center primarily for older adults, and part of what this center has is, they have gift shops and they have resale shops, and one of their resale shops is primarily all glassware and dinnerware and that kind of thing. You know, and of course all of us who have, let's say, been around the block a couple of times have lots of that stuff. So there's usually lots of these little teacups that you can pick up very reasonably, which I did. And I picked up this set here, which is really cute, and it has the saucer. And this was $1. Okay, and I picked up 2 of those, and one of them I have already done, and I'm going to show you that one in a minute. Another set I have in the process, because to do these floating teacups, as they call them, is a 2-day process. It can't be done in 1 day because the glue has to set, and you have to use something that's a pretty good strong glue. On the first one I made, I used Gorilla Glue, which worked fine, and I also used some hot glue to go along with it. I must tell you, if you don't like getting glue on your hands, this could be a difficult project to work on, because I had it everywhere. And I must say, WD-40 is pretty good for helping to get some of the stickiness off the glue. It actually has to wear off your hands after a while, but the stickiness goes away anyway, because I was afraid to pick up anything or open the doorknob. I'd be stuck to the door. So anyway, what is fun about these is that I've done just florals, and I'm going to do florals this next one too, because that's what I have. But what's fun about these is that you can really do them up for any season. I have cute little ideas thinking of ahead, Christmas time, with maybe little miniature sleds coming down a hill of snow and things like that with cotton balls. All kinds of things you could think of. They can be done for weddings. They're not big. You know, it's funny when you see something on Facebook, it seems like it's a big project, or on Pinterest, and they're not big, but they'd be very pretty for centerpieces on a wedding or shower tables. So anyway, this is one of 2 videos I'll be making today. So if you see me in another video, they won't all go up right at the same time. But if you see me in another video wearing the same clothes, I am wearing the same clothes because I'm doing it in the same day. But let me just move you down. I'll show you the floating teacup that I completed, and then we'll try and show you how the process goes. So I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll get started floating our teacup. Okay, here's my floating teacup. I think they're so cute. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but you know, like you say, if you see a craft and you're a crafter, you have to try it. So what I have on mine is I have a little fairy sitting on a log down at the bottom, and I'm really thinking these would lend themselves great to make little fairy gardens. So I might try to do one like that later. Now, I have another one that I have started, because I said it's a 2-day process. I have a problem still with balancing my teacup, and I'll show you with this next one. That's why the rock is here. But I kind of like the rock there. It gives it a little bit of a focus and a little bit of change. And when I was in Dollar Tree just this past week, they have some cute little garden center miniatures, you know, little toadstools and things like that. And I think some of those down around the bottom would be really, really cute. So I think for the last one I make, I might go and get some of those. But for today, I'm going to use just some florals. So this is the way this one looks. See the back? Whoops, sorry, you can see the back. Now what I did with this one is I had a little tray. This is about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches square. And I took a piece of lace that I have, okay, and I just ran wire through it to gather it up a little bit and put it on the tray and put the cup in the middle. My phone is ringing, but that's okay. It will go to the answering machine. So this is how I have it displayed right now. Isn't that cute? So let me move you down, and I'm going to move this one out of the way, and we'll get the next one in here and see if we can show you how it was made. Okay, here's the one that I have started, and I'll bring it up close so you can see. Now I used Gorilla Glue, and you see how Gorilla Glue expands, and this is a rock. And what I do is I put this tape over it, and of course it's kind of hard to get the tape off sometimes past this Gorilla Glue. Now here's what I'm telling you. If I let go of this, it'll tip over. Okay, now there is an angle at which you can put these on just so that the cup actually balances with the saucer. I haven't figured that out yet, so that's why there's a rock on the end, which keeps the saucer balanced. So I'm going to try and get this tape off of here, and sometimes it comes off easy and sometimes it doesn't, and it really doesn't make a difference down in the middle because it's going to be covered anyway. Now I found the easiest way to do this was to do the saucer first. There we go. And all of this is going to be covered up, so it really doesn't make a big difference if there's a little tape. And actually, what I'm going to do, and you can see up in the cup itself, it's glued in there. I found the easiest way was to glue this first. Get that, hold it for a few minutes, and then I taped it. And then I went away, and once that was dry enough, secure enough, now let me think, rethink my statement here. Yes, then I glued my cup. And what I did is I taped that also, but I had like just some articles like this. No. Now rewind everything I just told you. Rewind. I told you we're doing this together. The first thing I glued was the cup, okay? Because that's the hardest one to balance because it's, you know, it's on an angle. So once the cup was taped and was secure enough, then I put it up against something just to keep it till it really dried, bent the fork and did the fork. And I keep the fork down with some more tape. So cup first, salsa second. That's the way I have done it. It may not be the right way, but that's the way I have done it. And I'm going to show you just to get us a little, I should have taken this tag off. Okay. Now I'm using these forks that come from the Dollar Tree. And the reason I'm using these forks is because they're not too strong and you actually can bend them. And you get 2 in a package for $1. And I may have to use 2 at this point in time. Oh, I see they put tape on them too. Let me just see if I can get this tape cut. There we go. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give this one just a little bit of a bend. Not much. And take a pair of pliers. And I'm just going to bend this a little bit. And sometimes I have to go down here like this. Actually, the first time I had to put it in a vise. There we go. Okay? You see the, oops, see the little bend? There's not much. Now what I'm going to do is glue that right here. Now I'm going to get some tape ready. And this is just that painter's tape. It seems to come up pretty good, but it holds it. Now I used Gorilla Glue. I don't know if I have enough left in here to use it again. If I don't, I have some E6000. And we're going to see if I can get anything out of here. Oh, I think I will be able to. Maybe not. All right, let's not play around with that. Let's try to see if I can get anything out of the E6000. Problem with these glues is that they're so strong that they glue themselves sometimes. But I think there's Gorilla Glue in here, and that E6000 is not going to work. Let me be back in just a minute. I need to tip this glue upside down and get it down to the tip. Right back. Okay, I don't know if you can see in there, but I did get some of that Gorilla Glue in. Now what I'm going to do is to just take this fork and squish it down in there good. And you have to hold it for a little bit. Actually, I'm going to put that saucer over there to hold the cup up a little bit. And what you can do, and what I did with the first one, sorry, what's there? What I did with the first one, I'm trying to squish a little bit. By squishing it, it gets it up and around the top of it so that it's not just sitting in it, okay? And this is actually easier as a two-person job, but whoever said I was going to ask somebody. Okay, I have my thumb pushing the, where am I, fork into that glue. And I'm going to take this tape and I'm going to go over this, trying hard not to put my hands in the glue, which I just did. Okay, now you see that is being held in there. So that's all I can do right now. This has to harden some. Then I will bend this other end and put it down on this dish and do the same thing. Then I will have to leave it overnight. Prop it up somehow here. Okay, got it. Then I'll have to leave it overnight and it will look like this the next day. Okay, so now I'm going to start decorating. And that Gorilla Glue is terrible. Terribly, terribly sticky. So WD-40 will be coming out again. Now I used some of this moss. Let me just bring the other one out. On the first one. And I don't know if I have enough leaves. I might. To use leaves instead of the moss. So let's just see. I think we'll still use some moss down at the bottom. And I'm really cutting these just for the leaves, truthfully. And what I didn't do, never make a good Boy Scout today. Be prepared. Okay, glue gun plugged in, glue closed. This has some purple and pink, so I think maybe these pretty pink flowers might look good up in the top up in here. Okay. Kind of a difficult process for you to see. And I have some little purple ones, little purple roses. Which I think will look pretty. What else? Let me see as far as the pink. I got some white ones. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you can tell, but these are tending to stick to my fingers. I don't know why. And I'm trying to put them in. All right, before we go too far, we'll get the glue gun and start gluing some of these. Otherwise, they won't stay anyway. Fortunately, this glue gun heats up pretty quickly. And it gets exceedingly hot, so I have to be careful. And I think I'll do one more, kind of going in the opposite direction. This isn't the easiest project for me to show you, actually. I don't know if I can get this all in there or not. Let's see. Some leaves. Now let's and they do stick to the fork quite nicely. Let's see what I've got here. Whoops. Cut first, glue second. I'm cutting these leaves apart because I'm going to try to put them in separately. Oop. Oops, you can see a little bit. I'm going to see if I can cover this back of the fork with leaves. And it just takes time and patience to get all these things attached. Oops. Oh, get over here. Okay. Let's get another kind of a big flower down at the bottom here. What I'm doing now is I'm going to put some glue on this rock and glue that down. And I think I do like the idea of some of the moss, but I like the leaves this time on the fork. This is messy stuff, but it works. So I'm just going to glue a little bit on the plate here. And you can see that glue steaming now. And I just glue it in, and then I will trim it off when I get done. Whoop. This is kind of a cute little thing. Now, this is all trial and error, and you know, whatever it is what it ends up as, but there's no bad projects, just unique designs. And I've been known to make some very unique designs. There's a little orange there. I don't have any orange in there. A little orange in the cup. Let me see if I can find anything. I'm looking, I'm cutting, I'm gardening over here. Yeah, I think that might work. Oh, pretty. Brightens it up a little bit. And you want to bring out what the flowers that are in the cup. I think one more of that orange will be pretty. Over here. Now, I noticed that I have some of this glue showing on the back of this cup. So what I'm going to try to do is just put some leaves on it. You know, when that Gorilla Glue expands, it came outside of the cup. I think one more will cover it. Ouch. Well, I think I'll do one more just to make it even. Now I have a couple of other little fairies here. And this one is kind of cute. She's got a watering can. And this one, oh, I think this one has the red, like a red flower or an orange flower, which kind of goes with what's coming down. So we're just going to glue her in place. What do you think? I don't see any of the fork showing. I think they're cute. I like them. But I bet they'd look cute with maybe some little, I'm thinking of a, you could use a little mirror in there that would look like a pond and all kinds of things. So try it out. You know, you'll go to your Goodwill store or something and find these cups. It's sitting on something crooked. Um, find these cups and glue yourself silly. I'm going to take a picture of these two on the table, and I will be back in a few minutes with a few parting words. Right back. Well, here they are. We'll come in close. Let me just turn it so you get the idea of how the cup is tipped. That's the one we did today, and this is the one I did the other day. And you can see the cups are on a different angle, all experimental. And here's the little girl reading her book, Little Fairy. And you can see the angle of this one. So give it a try. You know, the cups cost $1. The flowers I had. There's all kinds of glues you can use. The E6000. Hot glue by itself just won't hold. A lot of people have been using what's called liquid nails or no more nails. So try it and see for yourself. I think you'll like it. Right back. Hi everybody, just a few parting words. Came in here to use the computer camera for those because I had my other camera off its tripod and I couldn't hold it out far enough away from my face. I hope you enjoyed making those teacups or watching me make the teacups. Do give it a try. They're kind of fun, with the exception of the glue all over your hands. And I'm sorry for the quick shut off of the camera, but you know, does it ever fail that somebody comes to the door? I'm here by myself. My husband's out playing golf, and somebody was at the door, so I had to go quickly to answer the door. So I hope you enjoyed them and give them a try, and I'll be back in not too long a time with a cooking video coming up. Watch me cook dinner. See you later. Bye-bye. Everybody play nice now.